Good morning and welcome to this next of my Rector's video letters. It's the 14th of June, Sunday morning, just before we broadcast our Sunday service. And it's the day before, in theory, we're allowed to go back into our churches for private prayer. So I just thought I would talk you through some of the rationale for some of the decisions that we've made as we decide what we're going to do in the next few weeks as the restrictions loosen on us. The government announced last week that we could, from tomorrow, enter our churches for individual private prayer. And that sounds all well and good at this time. However, there are a lot of conditions and a lot of regulations, restrictions and guidance around that. And after consultation with all the church wardens in the group, and also the Barkworth group, which I'm looking after at this present time, we've decided that due to the nature of the age profile of our congregations and the requirements and restrictions that are put in place and what people over 70, whether you regard yourself as being fit and healthy or not, in law you are still regarded as a vulnerable person, which we can't use in our churches. We've decided at this present time we're unable to open our churches for private prayer. That is quite sad in many ways. However, notwithstanding that, we are going to review that situation in 3 weeks' time on the 2nd of July. And I'm hoping the guidance has been a lot clearer by then. Maybe some of the restrictions have been lifted. We will see what happens. But we have to put the safety of our congregations, of our volunteers, at the foremost in our minds at this time. It's paramount that we keep safe. Churches are, by their nature, difficult places to keep clean. There's so many surfaces that have been touched by so many people. We've got books and papers all over the place, which really are not ideal. And to be honest, how many people would go into our churches during the week if it was open, or even if it was open for half a day? I don't know. And I don't think when we balance the risk at the moment, it's worth taking. It may look very different in 3 weeks' time. It may be we have a group of volunteers who are able to come together to open one of the churches in the group. We will see, and that's discussions that are ongoing at this time. So please bear with us. We will keep you fully informed about the situation. But I can count on one hand the number of able-bodied under 70-year-old people that I've got across the group to actually undertake some of the work, the cleaning, the supervision that is needed at this time. So it's just not feasible to open those churches, which is quite sad. But we are continuing, of course, with our daily worship, our morning prayer, our Sunday services online, and we will continue to do that for the foreseeable future. And also, actually, I'm hoping that even when we get back to normal, some of the online virtual services will continue. One of the great things that we have found is that through the Thy Kingdom Come period from Ascension Day to Pentecost, we met every evening using Zoom as a fellowship, and we had prayer, we read a psalm, we had a reading and a reflection. Different people led on each evening, and we were getting 30 to 31 people joining us for that. We've decided to continue that every Monday evening at 6:45. The room opens for a start at 7 o'clock. We tried it last Monday for the first time, and we were into the 20s again. There is a market out there for an online fellowship worship, where you can join together from your own armchairs. That I'm hoping will continue. And I know Reverend Elaine is working on how she can get her prayer, reflection, prayer and communion meeting that was held on the first Tuesday of every month back into action, even if it is virtual at this time. We've learnt a lot about the nature of our congregations, the nature of what it means to be church over these last 3 months, and we've done it all without a church building, which is something which is quite remarkable, but it also says something about what we are as Christians, as disciples of Christ in the world today. It's easy to sit in a church building and think that's what we do as church, but actually take the church building away and we still carry on. We're still able to meet, we're still able to be together, and that is what it is to be a follower and a disciple of Jesus Christ. So even as we walk forward very, very slowly, very gentle, tentative steps, please bear with us. Keep us all in your prayers. We keep you very much in our prayers as we come back to some normality, with the hope that at some point in the not too distant future we can meet in a church to celebrate and to pray and to sing and to hear the word of God as we did before. So whatever you're doing this week, enjoy yourselves. Still keep safe. Nothing has changed. Look after yourselves, look after your neighbours, look after your friends. And may God bless you and be with you in these days to come. Thank you.